Good grief, we had a testy start, well, testy end last night and a testy morning. But I think we're getting there. I think we're making progress, which is good. We at least have a name now, so we could definitely now introduce each other. But yeah, we woke up at like 4-ish and then like kind of snoozed, hoping that we'd be able to kind of go back to bed. Kind of like, you know, you don't want to like give things the impression that they can call out whenever they want and you will just come running, you know. But then it got to like 5-ish and then we both got up trying to figure out what the hell's going on. We have no idea. Just like, what do you want? What do you want from us? Just moving around, yapping. God damn it, mate. And then like, yeah, last night, just trying to, oh my Lord. Anyway, yeah, it's been a little bit more stressful than we expected. I think we were expecting a little bit more activity, I guess. A little bit more like, yeah, action. And then, but the problem is when you don't have action, that's quite a difficult problem to solve. Like, it's easier to get something to calm down than to get something to like come out and not be shy, you know, because effectively when something's shy, the only real thing you can do is like scare it, you know. So like any act to try and like judge them up to try and get them to go to bed, for example, is just gonna scare them a little bit. So it's quite stressful, but we're getting there. Like I say, it's a slow progress. It's less than 24 hours, boys. All right, then it's about time, guys. What's this little surprise, eh? You've really got to excuse the mess, but somewhere over there is Monty. And you'll hear him. I have to keep reminding myself it's a him. Because he's got a damn set of lungs on him. But he takes a little while to come out. He's still very timid. He's only been away from his mummy now for about 24 hours. So yeah. Although he has started to find his claws for the back of the sofa. God damn it. It's cheap. They're both cheap sofas, so we're not crazy attached, but you know. Monty. So we've got like, this is basically his room at the moment. This is like where we're letting him do stuff. He can explore, and he's started to explore. Yesterday he was really timid and like wouldn't really come out at all. But today he started to come out and start to play with us at the very least. And he is coming out. I was in a meeting upstairs. He's coming into the hall while Laura's here and just like bellowing. It's like, meow, into the thingy. He's ever so cute. I can't wait for him to come out and I'll show you. But yeah, we have a little cage. The person we bought him from suggested getting a cage for him to like, because that's where he's been staying there. They have like a bit of a farmhouse situation. Oh, hello. Hello, Monty. Hello. Come on over. Hello, Monty. Oh, no. Yeah, so we have a little cage thing and we trying to get him to go into that cage last night. Wasn't fun. He does like hiding behind the sofa a little bit because I think it's a bit closer and stuff. And he finds like the Wi-Fi router is underneath there. He was cuddled up to that for a long time. We realised how dusty it is in here as he's just like getting completely covered in dust as he's running away. But yeah, otherwise we got up early this morning. About 4 o'clock he started meowing. I think that's because he weed in the cage and didn't want to stay in there. Did you, Monty? No. We've been toying with names. We tried Louis for a little bit, but it wouldn't fit. We seem to have picked up on Monty now. We have this little bit of ribbon, which is his favourite toy so far. Hey, Monty. Oh, no, he's gone. Where are you? You're underneath there. Hey. Monty, what's this? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Monty. So yeah, we're just trying to let him. It's like, I'm going to be honest, it's really difficult. We didn't appreciate. We kind of expected first day for him to be like kind of too much energy running around, and he's been spent a lot of today asleep. He's started to do things this afternoon, so I played with him while I was not in meetings, and then Laura swapped and stuff. But yeah, we kind of expected him to be a lot more energetic on the first day. And then we kind of didn't know what we would, you know what I mean? Like, we're trying different things and he's just meowing at us and he doesn't know what he wants. We don't know how to give it. What he wants is his mum back. And you can't have it, Monty. We're your parents now. But Monty is most likely going to be a house cat. At the very most, she might be able to go in the garden because we've got quite a secure back garden. But it's going to be a house cat because it's the kind of breed that is good with dogs. And the problem with being good with dogs is effectively they aren't very good at sensing threats, because we want to get a dog in the future. We got a dog, a cat that can be with dogs, but the problem with that is ragdolls, which is what she is. Meow. Here we go. Hello. They don't know how to like defend themselves, so they're not very good at defending themselves with dogs or cars. So she's not going to be like he is not going to be like a wild cat. Hey, yay, yay. Hey, yay, yay. See, you get stuck because you've got razor sharp claws. You're stuck, aren't you? You fool. God damn it. He loves these coasters as well. Absolutely loves them. Oh, you're so adorable, aren't you? God damn it. Meow. I don't think he likes the beeps, this camera. But he sits there and then just kind of wait for it. Bellows into the hall. He's like, Mum, I've found a room. It's safe to come in here now. Oh, big yawn. Oh, it's so adorable. But he has like mad like 5-10 minutes of like just playing and stuff, and then just conks out. That's his new favourite spot, like I say, behind there. And you've got to excuse the mess. It is absolutely a mess in here because Monty is just all over the place. You got toys everywhere. I don't know what you're doing, Monty, do you? But if I look, so she's a bit timid. So if I start to come closer, she might not like it. He might not like it. Hey, Monty. Come on, Monty. What is this? What is it? What is it, Monty? See, look, so he does like let you fuss him, but it takes him a long like time to like come to it. But he loves playing with things like this and things like this. But more so his ribbon. His ribbon is his absolute favourite thing in the world. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on. Come on, Monty. No, show me up. And once again, I'll make it. Ah. Oh my gosh. Doesn't it melt your little heart? Oh, Monty, you're an absolute babe. Oh, this is the problem with a YouTube video, mate. I need to get that app. I don't think he likes the noise. Let me turn the noise off. There we go. Is that better? That's better. That's interesting now, though, isn't it? Oh, Monty, yes. Oh, gosh. Oh, God, my phone's freaking out. I need to put this on the Nexus as well, so it's a bit bigger. And then also my phone battery dies in about 2 hours flat. So, not much fun, is it, Monty? No, it's not. You. Oh, gosh. You make my little heart melt, man. Chris, look, you can't even bother to stand up and do it. Oh, gosh. Monty, no. Nearly replying to a work message, Monty. What you playing at, girl? Boy. My natural instinct is to call cats girls. That's my problem. Which is why I've really got to hammer it home that you're a him. Aren't you, Monty? Yes, you are. Come on. Come on, come play. Come have a fuss. Come let me stroke you. Laura's on her way back now from Sainsbury's. Time to cook some dinner. Monty is absolutely tired himself out. He's now fast asleep. He slept like I say, it's kind of a, we've had to like adjust our, what's the word? Adjust like our expectations for how he's going to be, because we were kind of expecting him to be a bit more like boundy and a bit more like kind of all over the place kind of thing. But he's a lot shyer than we expected. And like I say, like it's like a slow build up. He's got to get used to the new place, gets used to playing with all his toys, and then he gets used to playing with us, and then he gets used to like cuddling us and whatnot, and like he's just gotta, like I say, settle in, I guess. Like when we picked him up, there was two of them, and he was the one that like came up to us and like cuddled with us. So it's like so weird that we bring him here and he's just like doesn't want to know. But he fell asleep like out at the front where I was filming a minute ago. He fell asleep there, so like he must be starting to feel more comfortable, which is great news. Because like yesterday it was like a bit heartbreaking when we tried to put him back in his cage overnight. We're thinking about leaving him out. If we have to like dig him out from wherever he is, we won't put him in his cage, which is what we did yesterday. We like enticed, well, basically like grabbed him out of his hiding hole, which is not good. And that's what I was saying about like, it's easier to solve like overactive, but when you're like shy and a bit scared, it's really difficult to solve that, because like anything I do is scary, you know? It's just going to stress him out a little bit more. But yeah, we melted. So it was really hard yesterday. Like it was quite upsetting, like trying to like effectively trick him into going into his bed with a combination of the ribbon and then like blocking off bits so he couldn't go through there. And then we ended up effectively having to spin the cage around so that we kind of pushed it up against the wall, so he was kind of forced in, that kind of thing, you know. It was really like almost heartbreaking. But otherwise, apart from that and the meowing, great. Today is so much better than yesterday. I think it's just going to get better and better and better. And hopefully, he'll start just prowling around the house soon. That's the next step. He's very confident in there. Well, kind of. And he, like I say, comes into the hall and like shouts. But otherwise, though, back at work today. Not a lot to do because we're kind of at the end of the sprint. We're at the end of the sprint. There wasn't a lot to do in the sprint anyway, and it's basically all finished. So there wasn't a lot to do, to be honest, which is kind of good because, like I say, we were both up most of the night. Again, just trying to learn about like when you meow, when do you go to him? Like we kind of thought he'd stop meowing at some point and kind of go back to sleep, but then he like kept meowing and got louder and louder and louder. It got like a bit more distressed, and then like the problem is once you wake, you then need the toilet. So you get up and go to the toilet, and then as soon as like a floorboard creaked, it was like just screaming. You're like, oh come on, we've got to come and get you. But then we're in there at 5 in the morning, and he's just walking around meowing away. You're like, what are you doing? What do you want? But yeah, we've got to feed him soon. So I think we'll feed him, we'll put some food down, his wet food. I don't like the wet food. It's so gross. I think it's kind of weird because I'm obviously used to dogs, and dogs and cats are so different anyway. But kittens are even worse. And I think yesterday we were trying to treat him like a dog and like kind of train him like a dog. So you're like, if he does something we don't like, then we'd like try and discourage it. So when he was like wandering around, he like had a little wee in the corner. So we like picked him up. Well, like, so we went to go get him, picked him up, put him in his litter tray, which is what you're supposed to do. But like we went to go get him, we probably should have just kind of let him like kind of de-stress, you know. But yeah, I think we kind of treating him. Oh yeah, so things like treating him like a cat. I'm like, it's a cat. You eat what you eat, whatever, you know, like a dog effectively. But as a kitten, you got to give him way more room. you got to let him off with loads of stuff. So like when he scratches things, we don't want him to do that, but we've got so much time to train him not to do it. And that's the point I was trying to make. But like we kind of assume that like we want to start nipping things in the bud as soon as possible. And that's not the way you should do it. What you should do is just kind of let them do it. Easy wife, easy life, you know, that kind of thing. Just let them get on with it, and then like slowly start to change it as he goes older, rather than straight away by like immediately discouraging stuff. So like if he's got his claw in the sofa, don't be like, no, you know, let him. Unless he starts proper clawing at it, then you try and just distract him with something else, that kind of thing, you know. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is like we knew what we were getting into, getting a cat. We didn't appreciate just how much different a small kitten is. Like even Laura's old cat, obviously she was young when she got it, but even that cat was like nearly like 10 months old when we got it, not 10 weeks, which is what old Monty is. Monty is being very noisy. You can hear Laura's voice. Monty, why don't you listen to my voice instead? My voice is deeper, it's closer, it's more melodic, to say the least. You can almost say it's, what's the word? Morning and afternoon walk today. Laura's in the garden doing some gardening. Monty is on his own in the living room. He has come out into his own now. He woke up this morning, woke us up at about 4:30. I got up, but he was meowing kind of from like 1, but we think he went back to sleep. I did, for example. But I got up and like sat with him and tried to like kind of play with him and keep him quiet. But my god, has he got some fucking lungs on him. So yeah, I'm literally running weird sleeping patterns right now in order to try and keep up with him. But apart from that, he's now getting really confident. He started wandering a little bit outside of the living room, and he's like bellowing out to the living room when he can hear Laura talking upstairs. He started climbing the settee, so say goodbye to our settee until he learns how to jump. Laura's not feeling very well, so I have to send her off to bed early. And it's my first time sorting out Monty in the evening. I've got a big old list of things I need to sort out, but usually for the past couple of nights, Monty's either been, first night she was hiding at this point, and the other night she was like still a bit hyper, and then maybe hiding. I think actually she was hyper, and then she conked out behind this sofa still. Now she's in a little cage. I'm not going to close the door on her, I don't think, because that way she can have a wee. She's still a bit young, so she won't like, wow, it's interesting. Do you force her to hold a wee, force him to hold his wee, or give him the opportunity to always go, and then therefore he kind of never learns to hold it? I don't know. We're still a bit torn about whether or not. When we bought him, the seller was like, you should get a cage because they'll climb everywhere for a couple of days. But I don't know about it. I think I said to Laura that I would put him in his cage if he wasn't out of it. He's not, and he looks so cute. Anyway, right, I've got lots of jobs to do. Let's sort out food. Then we've got to do literature, and then we've got to make this place cat safe, and then we'll come back and figure it out. There was a 0% chance of being able to do his litter tray without this happening. So, aren't you brave? Hey, remember 2 days ago you were terrified. Now look at you, clawing everything like you own the place. Thankfully, these 2 sofas were pretty cheap. And we deliberately bought ones that wouldn't mind pets chewing or clawing, but having said that, we obviously don't want this to happen, but as a kitten there's not much you can do about it. Hopefully when hopefully when he gets older he jumps around more rather than climbs more as well. I was about to say that's his favourite toy, but it's not. It's a ribbon, which he's not allowed at night. We're still, I don't know where he is. He's playing with a ball of some variety. We're still trying to entice him out, like to come into the kitchen and stuff. He'll like come as far as like here, but only when we're in there. He doesn't seem to come in when we're there. Otherwise, last night, I think could have been an all-night thrower. I've just had a shower. But Laura was we're so not used to that. Laura was like, I'm worried about him. Why have I not heard a peep? But when she came down at 4:30, which is the day he was like wailing yesterday, he was just still like chilling in his bed. So clearly making a lot of progress. And Laura fucked it up, didn't she? But Monty, come through. We have not been feeling very well. Laura hasn't felt very well today, and I've been, I think since Monty came, like we've kind of felt like a little bit ill. And we put that down to stress initially, and then like so stressful that Laura stopped eating a little bit. And I soldiered on because I'm a little warrior. But yeah, like today I was just starting to feel like a little bit queasy. But it was the end of the sprint today, sprint retro as well. And you got little old me being the negative one. It was quite good. We did like a team health check thing. Scrum Master is actually quite good at like thinking of different kind of ways to do retros that are kind of like engaging rather than the usual stuff, which I can turn into like moaning about the same thing over and over again for no real reason, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I was like throwing in some controversial opinions because, like I say, I feel like I'm the odd one out in the team. In a general rule of thumb, I pull in a slightly different direction to everyone else, which I have no problem doing, obviously. But yeah. Otherwise, while I was out, I was doing the shopping for next door. While I was out, Monty did come into here, while Laura was sat there on her laptop. So that's good. Also, he has been just chilling out on the sofa and like climbing all over. I picked him up twice. So he's letting us pick him up now. He is hiding under the sofa right now because I dropped his food everywhere. So he's either hoovering up some of that food, or is now a little bit timid in the fact that I just came in and just clattered his food thing. Literally just walking along holding it and it just went straight out of my hand like a dick. But yeah, like I say, you wouldn't... It's crazy to think that we've only had him for 4 days. Like every single day seems to be a completely different cat. Like today, he's just sat... in the morning, he came up onto the sofa and then Laura was stroking him while I was out for a walk. And then he went from that to like he doesn't move now off of the sofa when we come in. Like we can just sit down next to him and he won't like freak or like start to run away and stuff like that. You can, well, when he's on the sofa, and I think it's because of a height thing, I can walk towards him and start stroking him. That's something he wouldn't have done yesterday. Like I said, picked him up twice. One to pick him up and put him on Laura. He didn't quite like that. And then he like came over to me and I picked him up and then like cuddled him myself. But he got up. He's not quite a sit on your lap cat, but he will be soon, boys. Guess who slept all the way through last night, eh? Also, who went on a little walk around upstairs? A big boy. That's who. He's a big boy. Oh, he's starting pairing as well. Because Monty is a big boy, he stayed up, went to sleep the whole night last night. Both of our alarms went off at 6 and I was like, oh my gosh. We just put him to bed, and now we're going to bed. This is kind of the thing, we're like trying to get him used to going to bed at a certain bedtime, but then like we're trying not to move around too much downstairs once we've done that, you know? But then that means that I've got to go to bed early, basically. I'm reading a book, ATM, is what I'm doing, and then I'll probably get back into doing some programming or something. Just like think, when he's got older, I think like we kind of feel guilty for like walking past in the middle of the night, you know, when he's like obviously been put to bed. Today I've had a pretty good day today. We had planning. I feel like we've planned a light sprint, but I think I can on the sly just deliver 3 stories that aren't even in the sprint for free, like in literally 5 minutes. And I'm thinking of like putting one PR in and then being like, oh, it's a triple baby, and then just like whacking 3 others and be like, there you go, happy days. I've also like suggested an idea for like a mentoring thing, which I've suggested to like the head of the Bristol office, and he is going to run it through via HR and see if we can put something together to like try that out, which will be good fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Actually quite proud of my little idea, making myself a job basically. And yeah, that's about it. Usually always a bad idea to end vlogs at the start of the weekend, because I don't often vlog at the weekend, but we're just gonna have to roll with it, boys. I actually can't remember the last time I uploaded a video, so fuck it, wasn't matter. What did we do? Monty today, not me. I've had quite a good day actually. I've been chewing through some work. I'm basically code complete on something. I just need to do like the integration work with someone else that they've been doing, and then I can basically copy and paste it 3 times, rename something, and then I've delivered like 20 points in a space of 2 days. Which is what I mean by we're sizing things too big. But that's life. Monty has been, I've been watching Formula 1 and stuff. And like Monty's been like lying next to me in the fan of the laptop. So he's like getting cooked by the laptop and all that kind of stuff. But when we were cooking dinner, he was on a little explore. He came up here. He went underneath the bed. We're trying to get him onto the bed. That's the dream. And then also going around the kitchen while we're in it. He normally doesn't do that. He normally like wanders in. Then we get up to like make sure he's not doing anything he shouldn't be doing. But then he came in while we were in there. He's getting a bit confident, and that's good. He's getting a big brave boy. But it's bedtime. We have a weekend of Formula 1 and not much else. To be honest with you, it's been obviously a very cat focused week. But we've got nothing to do in general. So I've got to find something to do this weekend. I think I've always got some gardening to do. But like, otherwise we've got no plans. So we need to find some plans, you know? It's going to be interesting to see what Monty does in the morning, because usually when we go down at 6, he is in his bed asleep. Well, not asleep, but like, you know what I mean? He's in his cage, like awake looking at us, but he's not like moving around or anything. Be interesting to see at what point he changes and wakes up, you know, because obviously we won't be getting up at 6 unless we will be, unless I set an alarm, I guess. I'm actually kind of enjoying getting up early, but make it a habit. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Meow. Hello, Monty. How you doing, Monty? Brought him upstairs because Laura's doing the hoovering and we didn't want to like freak him out. When we first got him, we realised how bloody dusty it is in our living room, as he's obviously rolling around everywhere, getting covered in dust. Monty! Monty! You can't go out yet, I'm afraid. I can still hear it. Yeah, Monty. I'm surprised you haven't found this place, started sleeping up here more often, Monty, to be honest. Oh no. Oh no. This is going to go wrong. Monty. Are you going to try and open the door? Oh, what are you knocking over? What is that you've just knocked? Oh god, there's a ring there. I found that. Hey Monty, no, you're okay. I don't want to scare you. I just want to take away this ring that I found while snorkeling on holiday and my lip balm. Is that alright? Everything else is too big for you to fuck with, so that's fine. Yeah, boy. Look at this. Look at this. So I've been trying to transfer Monty's microchip to our ownership for a while. This website is trash. I'm trying it on Firefox to see if it works a little bit better, but it's absolute dog shit. But anyway, this seems proper ropey to me. Leave us a review and receive a 10% discount on your transfer, right? Okay, happy birthday, smart thingy. I was actually going to give them a 2-star review because of how bad their fucking website is. But look, you can't give a 1-star, you can't give a 2-star, you can't give a 3-star, or you can give a 4-star. That is ropey as fuck, dog. That is absolutely, like, appalling, quite frankly. I'm shook by this. I cannot believe it, actually. Oh, look at that, boys. It's gone. It's bedtime, Monty. Every weekend. Well, this is other thing for like that. Every like weekend, usually when watching Formula 1, I start to get like a headache. I came up today and like had another thing. I feel like it's glasses based or lack of glasses based. You know, I feel like it's definitely vision based because I don't get it when I'm like at work. Sometimes I wake up with it, but I think that's hay fever based. But yeah, like I feel like I need to go get a new prescription. I had an eye test before lockdown. But I feel like I need to go for another one and then actually get new glasses this time, you know? But otherwise, apart from that, it's been a chill day, partially because of that. A little bit of organisation. Monty's having a little last minute run around before bed. I think I'm starting to hit that point now, and like all week we've just been playing with Monty, basically all the time. And like I think I'm hitting that point now where I'm starting to get stressed of how like bored of being stressed, and stress just becoming like boredom and stress is like turning into a little cycle. Because I don't feel like I've got anything I can do on my time. So that's where I'm at, you know? I'm getting stressed because all I'm really doing is watching TV. Played a little bit of Formula 1 today, as well as watched it. And like, that usually turns into something when I get that little feeling. So, got my little man around me now. Oh, he's so cute. He comes and sits with us and everything. It's so good. Thing is, Monty is really like, because he doesn't have the run of the house yet, he has like the living room. He's really nailed down my bedtime. Like we want to obviously like we clean out his litter tray, we fill up his biscuits, on every other night. I think something like that anyway. Fill up his biscuits, give him like fresh water and all that kind of stuff. And then we get ready for bed, because it's kind of like mean for me to sit downstairs and watch TV or play Xbox for like, I don't know, an hour and a half, and then have to do all of this stuff where he then gets like all amped up and excited again. I don't know why he gets excited when we clean out his litter tray, but he does. Just before midnight, let's say, hypothetically. So he's really started to like kneecap my bedtimes, which is in theory good, because to be fair, I have been waking up early. Not this weekend I haven't been, but previously I've been waking up early. My hair's so long, boys, but I think I can wait 2 weeks for a haircut now. I don't want to know the logistics of doing a haircut where we'd have to lock Monty out of his room in order for me to do it, or we'd have to do it in the bathroom, I guess. Could do it anyway. Otherwise today, watched Formula 1. Sorted out some admin-y stuff. Not like I said, I've not been very productive, but sorted out some admin stuff. Played Formula 1, got to the beginning of the first race, qualified too high. I keep upping the difficulty because I shouldn't be where I am. I shouldn't be like qualifying 10th with a brand new team. I should be last. So I need to up the difficulty. The problem is when you don't have like a steering wheel, all of the driver assists you kind of need for the remote because the controller is so difficult. I've been thinking about getting a steering wheel, but I feel like that's a bit too... I don't need one, so I'm having fun without it, so that's fine. Words. What else? Otherwise, cooked some dinner, did a little bit of gardening, even did that. That's what I've been doing. Been a bit of a pottery kind of day, but otherwise a bit lazy, like yesterday. No headache though, so there's that. I had a headache yesterday. I was actually going to stay up. Oh, Monty. I was actually going to stay up a little bit. Laura's going to bed now, it's 10 o'clock. But my body clock is now so set to going to sleep at 10. I'm just going to go upstairs and read my little book for a little bit. Mr. Monty has had a crazy day today. Hey, Mr. Pori. There's no need for that. He's had a morning of properly running around the house, exploring everywhere. He is now no longer confined to this room. He does what he goddamn pleases. He came into my office during stand-up. He just like slinked his way in. It's ridiculous. He's living the dream. He's also picking fights with stuff in the kitchen. He's properly playing all over the place. Also went shopping today. We got him 2 more toys. His favourite toy is a ribbon that came, I think it came wrapped around his rug. That is like his bedding in his bed. Completely by mistake, this toy. He fucking loves it. So we've got him a like fish on a stick. It's like a fishing rod with a fish on the end of it. He goes mental for that. And we obviously got a laser pen. He goes mental for that as well. We got him some brushes too. Let me fuss you, Monty. You're not getting your claws out, which is good. But I want to fuss you. Oh, that was a big yawn. Big yawn. You want to go sleep? Otherwise today, what have we been doing? We did some work, programming all day basically. I raised a draft PR for to show what it was I was doing for this thing. We started a discussion about testing. My favourite person that we have lots of discussions with feels strongly about the fact that component tests, which are what I used to call acceptance tests, if you remember what that means, which is basically an end-to-end test with mock dependencies, should be in an XUnit format, i.e. look like a unit test, rather than spec flow format, which is like given when then business talk style. And I was like, I disagree. He seems to think that his vote outvotes me immediately, and it doesn't. I'm stuck up for myself. Raised a couple of comments, only one of which was valid. And the others I'm like, well, no, you're wrong about that one. Here's why I'm right on this one, and I strongly disagree. And we started a discussion. I'm like, well, let's open it up to a vote. It's also explicitly dominant in this place because this microservice, I have a very strong inkling that we are not going to be able to do end-to-end integration tests with the third-party service. I just know they are not going to be capable to do that shit unless we have end-to-end tests scraping the UI, which is like one thing it could do. What is it? Oh, that's it. It's done. What's going on? But yeah, anyway, so yeah, it's component tests on nothing. And I'm like, if you want the business to believe that they can rely on component tests instead, you need to make them look more like end-to-end tests. But anyway, that's by the by. I just know we're not going to be able to do end-to-end tests in this thing. But yeah, otherwise we went shopping, and then that's about it. Is that right? Yeah. So yeah, that's that. It's bedtime. Monty's a little bit confused because we normally clean out his litter tray now, but we cleaned it out earlier because we did the weekly full clean rather than just like the little scoopy scoop. And I was like, what are you doing, guys? Are you leaving me? Are you leaving me? You want one last fuss? Or no fuss? You just want to play now, don't you? You're not allowed to play. No. Good boy. No, Mr. Monty. You gonna be okay? Yeah, you are. Oh. Just finished my first Formula 1 race and my special team thing. I came 6th, which is partially because it rained and because I managed to hold back 3 cars, but also because I think I still need to up the difficulty a little bit. I think it's still a tad too easy. I don't think I should be coming 6th so easily, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise it's late. I did what I said I didn't want to do, which was send Monty out of his routine. It's very difficult to concentrate on Formula 1 when this boy is going absolutely batshit around me. He's just running around like a lunatic. I'm assuming he does it every night. I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, and he had to be told off because he clawed at me as well. As he's tried to claw at the controller. Oh my god. But otherwise today, pretty chill day at work. Doing a bit of investigation work. Finishing off some stuff. Debating spec flow versus XUnit for component tests still. But the person who was debating with me is on holiday now, so I think I won. Pretty productive day today, ladies and gentlemen. I doubled the amount of work that I did the past couple of days. Been working on getting some deployment stuff working. We're trying to open up some data for us to do some testing. It seems like a lot of effort to me for something that's temporary and doesn't actually give us that much value anyway. But we're just having some technical difficulties getting the trace information into App Insights from API Manager. We know it's possible, but if you do it via Terraform, it doesn't do it properly. So it's a bit of a fun one, to be honest. Otherwise, Monty's been a bit strange this evening. He went to bed. He was had a bit of a mad one, and then kind of seemed like he was trying to hide from us, almost like he was scared of us or whatever. He did that thing where cats do when they're trying to square up to something. He did that to me a couple of times, and now he's just conked out, like an hour or two earlier than normal on the sofa. And he's just like chilling, like he's letting you stroke him and stuff and rub his belly. But I'm guessing that means he's going to wake up early tomorrow. More to the point, he's only half eaten his food, wet food, which is not a good sign because he normally devours it. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. What went down today? Yesterday we had a problem with the way that we were attempting to test this thing, and we've rejigged how we're going to do that now to look more like what I was suggesting from the off. God damn it, hey, what an absolute hero. Some minor tweaks, but what we wanted to do inside API Manager wasn't going to work out as either A, too flaky, B, not going to be permanent, and C, not really, we shouldn't really do it. Like we're limited where we can do it because we shouldn't be doing it, if you know what I mean. So we had a little scrummage this morning. I feel like Monty is hunting me down. Came up with like a good approach as to how we're gonna test what we want to test and whatnot. So we're happy there. But otherwise, today was like really busy. We had like a refinement. Like I was intending to get that done. I was like, I can take a huge chunk out of this, and then didn't basically get around to it because 2 other things kicked off, and then I was like, the process has got a little bit longer and a bit more difficult to do for one of the things that keeps happening. And I lost like 2 hours of my day to it, which was a bitch. But figured it out now. So I also officially have someone to mentor. So next week I have a little demo thing that I'm going to be doing for them. That's going to be fun. But yes, it's been an alright day. It's been actually like kind of action packed. Although, like I say, I didn't really want to do. A lot of this admin process thing is a bit of a pain in the ass, but it's life. Effectively, the problem is the process changed because like someone used to tell us when we had dead letters for the audit service. Obviously, no one really gives a shit about dead letters for the audit service, so we actually get quite a few of them because of a technical flaw, an architectural flaw, which we do not have the priority to fix. But that person would then run a pipeline to remove it from the queue. It's changed now so that we have to do that, and we have to raise incidents for each one, and that could dramatically affects the amount of time we have to spend and other things which make our life a little bit more hard as well. So, and no one, like, he just kind of said, oh guys, I'm not allowed to do this anymore. And I was like, oh, do you know how we're supposed to do it? He's like, nope. I'm like, okay. So that was my job to try and figure out today. Good, fun, good boy. Otherwise, after an absolutely mental morning of him just playing football in the kitchen, Monty's had a really chill day today. He's been following us around, which is great. He just came into my room. I was in like the all hands meeting at the end of the day, and he just came into the room and just meowed at me. He just keeps coming in and just like sitting with us now. So he's getting to that point where he doesn't want to be on his own, which is cool. That's what we wanted. But yeah, he's an absolute babe, and he just keeps like, oh, I love him so much. Look at him, look. He's sneaking up the stairs. But if I step out, look, he'll freeze. Hello, Monty. Hello. Who's a good boy? Monty, come on. He's in a bit of a, look at him. He's in like a bit of a hunty mood, look. Hey, Monty. It's not time to play, Monty. It's time for bed. Holy smokes. Today was just a day of admin. Legitimately, it was just meetings solidly back to back in the morning until about 1. It should have been 1:30. And then 2 till 3. And then, like, in between all of those gaps, it's not even development work. It's just admin stuff of like tidying up dead letter queues and stuff around our audit service. It's a pain in the ass. Obviously, someone else was doing that for us. It's good. Well, it's getting worse, but also because it's getting worse, we want more oversight. We want more like kind of metrics about it, I guess. And that means Monty's on his way up, and that means we have to do more stuff. So otherwise, we are just doing a, oh, see a little tail. He would have poked his head up there if the kitchen, oh, can you see that? He's not looking our way. He like hides up, then he slowly puts his eyes up. If I look away, I wonder if he'll find it like that. This isn't half as fun for you guys as it is for me, I appreciate it. Yeah, so pretty fun session. We were just doing what we usually do, I guess. We had a couple of meetings with some third parties. I'm taking quite a strong lead in stuff like that as well, which I like doing. But I also think the team lead, you know, when there's in teams, it's really difficult to get an awkward, if there's a silence. I nearly always have my video on, so you can tell if I'm going to talk or not. But when people don't have the video on, you don't have that kind of data, I guess. My man. Come on, Monty, it is bedtime though, I'm afraid. As much as playing is so much fun. Do you not think he kind of looks like a ferret? You know what I mean? Oh, it's found the fucking curtains. This is end of days, boys. End of days. I'm just gonna turn the light off and walk away. And that, because he started to follow us around, should be enough. Fingers crossed. But yeah, been a good day otherwise. Here he is. He knows you're not too bright, you aren't, mister. I love that he's so attached though. Oh no, he's doing zoomies. Oh, I've got to get him into bed now. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Another day. We had a weekend today where we actually went out to a shop that wasn't a supermarket. Well, I mean, it was a supermarket. I mean, since lockdown, we've only really gone to Wilko's and Sainsbury's. Today we went to Wilko's, Sainsbury's, and the Range because we're trying to find places where we can get cat food and stuff. And we're investigating different forms of cat litter in particular. Because, I'm just turning the fan on, make sure the fan doesn't hit that thing, doesn't, cool. Because we just got the cheap one. And it turns out the cheap one we got might actually be the better one. Because there's a slightly cheap, yeah, whatever. Different types of that kind of stuff. But yeah, so today has been, we did a bit of that. What's that to do yesterday? Did a bit of that. A little bit of admin stuff. Otherwise, I'm doing a batch of ginger beer right now. That's pretty exciting. Let me go show you that. This is a new batch. It's different to my previous batches in the sense that it's actual real ginger beer. Previously, I just had a ginger beer kit, which was ground ginger and stuff. Here, look, we have a big old vat of actual grated root ginger and water and sugar. That's all there is in there. So it's basically sugar, water, and then a shit ton of ginger. And it literally took me about an hour and a half to peel and grate all of the ginger. It was mad. It's half a kilo worth. Get it in there. It's all an experiment. I have no idea what it's going to taste like. Might not even ferment, who even knows. There's a lot more ginger in there than I probably should have for the amount of water I've got. So it might either be really strong or really dry. Might mean I won't be able to get it to carbonate much. We'll find out. It's on an experiment. I think we're coming up to the time of ending this video. 20-minute video. It's a full week. Fuck it, dude. I can't remember the last time I uploaded a video. Otherwise though, two things today. We went for a little walk about town. We haven't actually been to town or anything like that since lockdown, effectively. In fact, yeah. Yesterday we just went to the shops, like I said. This boy has been an absolute fucking... Oi! Stop it! Being an absolute little shit is what he's been. I don't know if he's playing or not. We've got him this little cute little bed. Look, it's like a little dome thing. It's got his little bedding in it. There's his old bed and we're going to move him out. He does actually stay in this, or has been. We kind of just thought he'd sleep on the sofas and stuff, you know. But we're just going to try and transition him into this. We're going to slowly start taking this away, effectively. Yeah, we went to town, had a walk around the harbour side, and then got some fish and chips from a food market place. It's not a food market place, but you know what I mean. Sat eating it. And otherwise, had a pretty chilled out day. I've been playing some Satisfactory for a change. Haven't played that in a while. And I have been. We're just watching TV this evening, and he's been so chill, like so chill. But that means he's gonna have his mad burst, isn't he? And we was watching TV at like 9, half 9 or something. We watched like an episode of something a night, and then he's just bobbing around in there. Comes in here, and then he's like chilling, and then at some point just like kept going for Laura's feet, and then like kind of like sunk into like her like leggings and stuff. So she came sat on this sofa. I sat over there with the water gun and sat and waited, and he ran around the thing and then like pounced on my foot, and I was like, and he's just not fucking chilling out. And you got to like take away things that they like, you know. He likes being around us, so that's the thing we're trying to take away. But obviously we're going to bed now. He's being a fucking terror is what he's been. He's getting spooked by something, but I don't know what. What was he doing? I mean, he likes this bag. He plays with this bag, but you see what I mean? Down. You're not allowed on there. Down. Down. Is this it now? Is this the terrible twos? Is that what we're in? Right, we've got him into the living room now. It's bedtime. I'm going to bed as well. Got myself a little headache. God damn it. Disciplining cats is a lot harder than disciplining dogs. It's got to be said. They don't seem to play by the same rules. You know? Like they're scared of you. That's the problem. I'm not used to that. Dogs aren't scared of you. Anyway, I'll catch you later.